Yes, sir.
Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. So, as we all know that today is a discussion session for the topics like strength and strength training, जो last time release किए थे, and the factors affecting strength, training modality 1, 2, and 3. So, almost 5 topics we have already covered. जो content हमने release किया है, and today is a discussion session on the basis of that. So anyone has any doubt or any question, they can ask, and then we can discuss, and then we can go further. Yes, anyone? Make sure whenever you are asking questions, try to keep your camera like open so that we can, interact properly. Because what I heard that in coming days you might have a practical session that is going to be held in a specific center. So it is very important if suppose we already know each other in a good way, ताकि यहाँ पे फिर we can interact more.
Sir,
Yes.
I have a question. Yes,
Yep.
sir. Can you explain about the Valslava manure?
Sorry?
It is Valslava manure. We saw that in modality 2, I guess so.
Valsalva maneuver, right?
Yeah, Valslava manure. Yes, sir.
Actually, do you know about Valsalva maneuver?
So I know a little bit about it. It's a breathing technique while holding the weight. So a little bit only I know, but I'm not sure about what it is exactly. It's the first
Yeah.
time I'm hearing about it.
Yes.
Yes.
That's true. So it's almost the same what you have heard about it, that it's a kind of breathing technique where you are holding your breath while doing certain activity. Whenever you are doing heavy lifting, suppose if you are squatting or doing deadlift, so you tend to brace your core, right? You tend to hold your core for a certain movement, and then after that, once you are done with the movement, you release that amount of air. So that holding and the bracing thing is a Valsalva maneuvering.
Okay. Okay.
Where your glottis is closed and then your abdomen cavity is filled with the air, so that you can prevent your injury, and then further you can do your lift in a good way.
Okay.
Okay.
So the holding, is there any restricted time or like stipulated time you can hold, or until you hold the weight, or is there anything like that?
There is no specific guideline that how much time you have to hold, but make sure that whenever you are finishing your movement, then after that you can release it up. But while doing activity, while doing the movement or exercise, you can like hold and then release.
Release, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Any further question? Yes. So have you gone through the content that we have released? Everyone?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You should.
Yes, sir.
Then I'm sure that you should have a lot of questions.
Yes, yes, sir. Sir, I have one question, sir.
Sir,
Hello.
wait. I got a written questions that sir आप क्लास ले ली ये एसएनसी की रिकॉर्डिंग क्लास में. Okay. पूरा इंग्लिश में ही लेक्चर. Okay. Archana has a question. She's saying that like जितने भी सेशंस होते हैं क्लास के वो सारे इंग्लिश में होते हैं. So we want interactive class, or you want like sessions? Like how do you want, Miss Archana? You can ask question, you can have a word with us. यहाँ पे आप बात कर सकते हो हमारे साथ, बोलिए जो भी आपका डाउट है, सो दैट क्योंकि ये मुझे रिकॉर्डिंग जो है वो फर्दर हायर अथॉरिटी को सेंड करनी पड़ती है. तो जो भी आपके डाउट्स हैं, अगर आप रिटन में बोल रहे हो या हिंदी में बोल रहे हो, प्लीज लेट्स इंटरैक्ट कीजिए एक दूसरे से, ताकि जब वो लिसन करते हैं और देखते हैं, ताकि उनको भी पता लगता है कि क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स हमें आ रही है और हमें क्या करना है. ओके अर्चना जी?
सर जी बिल्कुल. सर जो क्लास के लेक्चर हमको वीडियो में दिए जा रहे हैं वो हमको नहीं समझ में आ रहे हैं बिल्कुल भी। हम
Okay.
उस टाइम क्वेश्चन ही नहीं कर पाते हैं, कुछ समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा है। जो आमने सामने हम समझेंगे और उस टाइम जो हमारे क्वेश्चन होंगे
Yes.
वो हम अच्छे से समझ पाएंगे। तो हमको क्लास चाहिए, हमको इस तरह से वीडियो नहीं चाहिए।
ओके ओके ठीक है। सो ऑलरेडी हमने नोट डाउन कर लिया है इस क्वेश्चन को और क्वेरी को। सो आई विल हैव अ वर्ड विद माय सर और हायर अथॉरिटी एंड विल सी कि नेक्स्ट कैसे कन्वे करना है, हाउ यू वांट। आई एम श्योर यू गाइस हैव अ ग्रुप, राइट? व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप जहां पे आप पोस्ट कर सकते हो कुछ भी, अपनी क्वेरी भी।
Yes,
Am I
we
right?
have group, sir. Yes,
Sorry?
sir, we have group. Yes, sir, we have group.
यस। सो ये जो स्मॉल स्मॉल क्वेश्चंस हैं और क्वेरीज हैं आप वहां पे भी डाल सकते हैं, बट स्टिल आई हैव नोटेड दीज पॉइंट्स, तो मैं डिस्कशन करेंगे हम उनके साथ। ओके, हाउ वाज लास्ट लेक्चर? आई वाज नॉट देयर फॉर द लास्ट लेक्चर। पीरियडाइजेशन, एंड उसका डिस्कशन कैसा रहा था? एनीवन?
Sir, yes, I have some questions, sir.
Okay, related to these topics, right? जो हमने
The strength, yeah, strength and training.
So okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So, right. So generally we classify strength in isometric, isotonic, and the one more isokinetic also, sir.
Yeah.
Can you please explain about the isokinetic?
Okay.
Because they are given some detail about isometric and isotonic.
Yes. Okay.
So I want to know about some.
First is isometric. Okay.
Yes.
So
yes.
Isometric means that you are holding a certain position. जैसे suppose अगर मैंने shoulder adduction का isometric करना है, so how I'm going to do? Suppose here I'm keeping a towel and then pressing it. Okay, so this is adduction movement of the shoulder. Okay, so where you are just holding that movement for a certain time period. Okay, so that is isometric movement. And kinetic means that where you are performing the movement, जहाँ पे आप अपने limbs को move करते हो. Kinetic means movement. Okay, so where you are freely moving, right? So that is your isokinetic. Okay, so जहाँ पे आपको
yeah, this is also part of strength, you know.
Yes, that is also kind
of strength.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So see, whenever I'll compile this, whenever someone has an injury, जहाँ पे हमें injured athlete देखने को मिलते हैं और जहाँ पे हम कोई movement perform नहीं कर पाते, pain है, तो सबसे पहले उस area का होता है कि हमने उसकी pain को management करना है. Okay, so once that pain is gone, after that we usually start with the isometric exercises. Okay, so isometric we don't have to perform a movement like that. It's just like एक certain position पे हमने उसको hold करवाना है. Okay, so हम उसी से progress करके then we usually progress to isokinetic where you are moving your limbs freely. So it's a step by step approach जो कि हम follow करते हैं. और जब भी इंजरी होता है किसी को तो उसमें भी हम ये वाली अप्रोच को यूज करते हैं कि सबसे पहले स्टेप बाय स्टेप हम आइसोमेट्रिक एक्सरसाइज करवाएंगे एंड देन उसके बाद थोड़ा सा मूवमेंट परफॉर्म करेंगे एंड देन उसके बाद हम ग्रेजुअली रेजिस्टेंस ट्रेनिंग के ऊपर प्रोग्रेस करेंगे. ओके, हेलो.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Next question. Please use this time जो भी आपका 1 घंटे का हमारा टाइम है 1 hour, try to use, let's use it, let's interact more because it's going to be a good impact जब आप whenever you are coming for training over here. And whenever you're going to get your posting somewhere, it's going to be very useful.
हेलो सर।
Yes.
सर डायनामिक में था कॉन्सेंट्रिक और इसेंट्रिक, इसको आप बता सकते हैं?
Concentric and eccentric. Okay.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
See, concentric, it's like you are performing this movement. Okay. Like जब आप elbow का flexion करते हो, ठीक है, और against gravity आप move करते हो, कोई भी movement लेके आते हो, that is your concentric movement. Eccentric means whenever you are holding that movement, but like toward gravity. जैसे suppose, let's take example of squat. अब क्या है कि whenever आप जब दीवार के साथ squat करते हो, then उसको hold करते हो, right? Then that is going to your eccentric movement. ठीक है, और जब normally आप किसी weight के साथ movement करते हो उसको, तो that is your concentric movement. तो concentric में क्या होता है कि shortening of the muscles, जो आपके muscles हैं वो shortened हो रहे हैं, ठीक है?
ओके सर।
Next question.
Sir?
Yes.
Hello. Sir, which is the best way to gain strength? Best way to gain strength, sir. Repetition wise and the recovery.
Irfan, right? You're not audible actually. Hello.
Hello. Sir,
Sir.
am I audible, sir?
Yes. Okay.
Hello.
Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Which is the best way to gain strength, sir? In the methodology of strength, which is the best way to gain strength? Whether the number of repetition and the recovery, how many repetition we should do, and what is the recovery? Those things we mentioned.
So you mean to say which one is the best way to gain strength?
Strength. Which how many repetition we have to follow to gain strength?
See, for strength, as if you have mentioned like strength, power, and endurance.
Yeah, muscular endurance. Like yeah. Yes.
There are three things that we usually follow. So when it comes to strength, so it falls in that category where you are like keeping 75 to 85% of 1 RM load. And then after that, if you talk about repetition wise, then usually we follow like 6 to 8 reps, not more than that. And then followed by you have like how many sets? So 3 to 4 sets, depending upon like which week are you working and which block are you working usually. Like suppose if you're working with a strength block and that is the initial week, you go with like 3 sets followed by 4 to 5 sets, like that you can go. But the percentage that you have to keep for the strength workout, we usually keep like 75 to 85% of 1 RM repetition maximum. Okay. Same likewise when you are working on power, so that percentage is totally different. When you are working for the endurance, for that also the percentage also varies. जब आप endurance के लिए, whenever you are working on endurance, so you give more repetition, right? But when you are working on strength, so depending upon which phase are you in,
okay,
then you usually put that workout. Okay, fine. Today I'm working like that is my first week of strength training. I might going to keep like that percent to 75 to 80, and then gradually I can extend to 85% till 85%. Might be in the next second week or third week. So likewise, you can go. In your lectures, there are specific percentage is given, so you can go through that.
Right, sir. So if it is any geriatric person, sir,
Sorry,
any geriatric people, how can I go about it, sir?
geriatric. Okay, so when you're
Geriatric people, yes,
so when you're working with the geriatric population,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
for the geriatric population, it's more of a strength endurance workout you can do, like less
Okay.
weight and then more reps.
More number of repetitions.
Yeah, more number of repetitions. Sometimes you can work with the body weight exercise also, because you can give them like more of strength training. But if you have like good population who like the player or someone who is fit enough to go through with the resistance training also, for them also you can use like 40 to 50 resistance weight training weight.
Okay.
Not more than that, because that is not good, because in geriatric cases, most of the time, like we usually work with the more rep and the lightweight exercises.
So even if it is rehabilitation also, we can use the same principle, sir.
Yes, depending upon like what injury you have, like in the sense
Okay.
as I have mentioned, that if that player is pain free, first, like
Okay.
whenever there is an injury, definitely you're going to get a pain. So first thing is the pain management. Once the pain is managed, after that you can start with the light exercises, like in the sense isometric exercise.
Yes.
Followed by gradually you can put a load like 30%, 40%. Once that player or that client able to hold that weight, then you can progress to like first you'll work on strength endurance training, and followed by the strength training. So you can step up like that.
Sir, for an injured person, how we can find out the percentage, sir?
See, for the injured person,
Approximately you have to examine.
yeah, for the injured person, the first thing is a pain management. Once it's gone, then you can work. Suppose
Yes.
I've worked with
Already there is no pain. There is no pain. He completely recovers from the pain, but we need to strengthen his muscle. How to calculate the percentage, sir?
So do
For
one.
him, we cannot able to find out the one arm.
Yeah. So do one thing. First, you work with the strength endurance for 3 weeks.
Oh, okay, okay.
First, you work strength endurance, strength endurance, strength endurance. Once is the fourth week, you can deload. In the sense,
Okay.
deload with that load, whatever you are doing. Because last time I have mentioned about the deloading week, right? Where you are just giving two reps, sorry, in the sense 2 sets or 1 sets, where you are decreasing the load of 50%.
Decrease the load. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, 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 sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, whatever you are doing in a 3 weeks. So once you are clear with the first block of strength training, after that, move to strength workout. Okay.
All right.
Then you can easily judge whether your athlete is able to hold the load or not. Suppose if that player or that person able to hold the load, then you can start with like 50% of load, 50% whatever he was doing in your previous workout. So this approach is a slight longer approach, but you can work like that. Sometime you may get good results in 2 weeks also. So once you found that 2 weeks, within 2 weeks I have got a good results, you can progress to like next week. You can start with the next block. Okay.
Right. Right, sir. Right, sir.
Because last time I was working with one player who has a S1, S2 list is, or she has gone through a lot of back pain. So once she's done with the physio treatment, after that she came to me for the strength training. So for such kind of player, we usually work like in the sense, okay, develop a good base, work with the basic 6 pattern of exercise, followed by next compound movements. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next question.
The one question is there in short box, sir. I think Nikhil has sent.
Sorry.
In chat box, we have one question, sir.
I am not audible actually.
So he's telling there is a question from Nikhil in chat box.
Okay, okay. Let me go through. Yes, let me check. So till the time anyone has any question, sir, disability player के लिए किस तरह से SNC का यूज किया जाता है? So Archana Soni has a question that disability player के लिए किस तरह से SNC का यूज किया जाता है? And there is one more question, Nikhil. He's saying that, so what is the absolute strength and the relative strength? Okay, so I have already noted it down. Okay, so there are two questions only, Nikhil and Archana Soni. So I'll go with the first question, Archana Soni. Yes, then after that Nikhil will come to you. So she's saying that how we can work with the disability players and what type of SNC program we usually use for those players. So yes, so that's a very good question. Obviously, in India, we have a disabled team also, jahan pe few of my colleagues are also working. And last time when, last year, when I was with Gopichand Academy, to wahan hamare paas I was interacting with the 2-3 disabled players. Pramod, and then there is another guy, that girl also, badminton girl, and Sukant is also, there is another badminton player, Sukant, yes, Kadam. So yes, in that case, how we usually work, suppose if something is disabled and not able to use by that player, jaise ki with these players, they were not like unka one side ka limb mein problem tha. So apart from that, उनको खेलना भी था. So what you can do in that case scenario, you can work with the first, try to counsel those athletes. After counseling, you will get to know like how they are using their limb. तो तो उनके साथ मैंने क्या किया था, फर्स्ट काउंसलिंग किया था कि व्हाट challenges are they facing, like how we have to go through. तो क्या होता है कि डिसेबिलिटी में कि अदर साइड इज मोर डोमिनेटिंग एंड उसी के ऊपर ज्यादा प्रेशर आता है, मतलब द मोस्ट ऑफ द वेट और द वर्क रहता है वो उसी तरफ से रहता है, दूसरी तरफ से. तो क्या होता है कि ट्राई टू वर्क on that side, like in the sense जो हमारा सही तरह का limbs हैं उनके ऊपर we can work with the strength training workout, और जो हमारा disable side है और जो limbs हैं उनके लिए whatever accessory exercises they can do, let them do, because कभी कभी क्या होता है कि उसके चक्कर में हम और complications लेके आ जाते हैं. तो make sure जो हमारा dominating part है उनका, try to work on that side and try to give them shorter workout. ये we have to keep in mind कि अगर हम 6 pattern की exercise दे रहे हैं या basic exercise दे रहे हैं, try to give them like whole body workout and then they can work out depending upon like which sport are you working with. Okay, Miss Archana ji.
ओके सर, थैंक यू सर.
So
सर उनको बहुत ज्यादा नहीं देना चाहिए, ऐसा है क्या?
हाँ जी,
उनको बहुत ज्यादा लोड नहीं देना चाहिए.
या ज्यादा इन द सेंस कि आप देखिए कि इन द सेंस काउंसिल देम कि जो डिसेबल साइड है उसको वो कितना यूज कर सकते हैं, किस एक्सटेंट तक दे कैन यूज. ओके, क्योंकि मेरे जो बैडमिंटन प्लेयर्स थे लास्ट टाइम, सो उनको एसेसरी एक्सरसाइज दिया था जो डिसेबल साइड थी, बट जो दूसरी साइड थी डोमिनेटिंग अच्छी वाली साइड, दे वर एबल टू डू इन अ गुड वे. तो ट्राई टू मेक स्ट्रॉन्गर ऑफ द डोमिनेट साइड, जो उनका डोमिनेटिंग साइड्स है उसको ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग कीजिए, बट उसका हमें बैलेंस भी बनाना है. सपोज दिस इज अ डिसेबल साइड, तो अगर मैं इसको स्ट्रॉन्ग करता रहूंगा तो ज्यादा एफर्ट आ जाएगा इसके ऊपर, तो इस तरफ के मसल्स को भी वो पुल करेगा. सो ट्राई टू क्रिएट अ बैलेंस बिटवीन बोथ द साइड्स.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So likewise, just work on it. और load का ये है कि starting में try to keep a less load on them. Gradually, अब अगर आपको लगता है कि yes, I can put more load, so then gradually move.
डिपेंड भी करेगा कि किस तरह की डिसेबिलिटी है.
Yes, yes,
Yes, sir.
absolutely, absolutely. क्योंकि कुछ गेम्स में क्या रहता है कि शोल्डर डिसेबिलिटी है या फिर अपर बॉडी का डिसेबिलिटी है, लो बॉडी का है, सो यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट लाइक व्हाट टाइप ऑफ दिस यू आर वर्किंग. So next we'll go to next question, Nikhil, Mr. Nikhil. So Mr. Nikhil, what do you understand about absolute strength and the relative strength? You tell me first. Then we'll discuss where you are wrong and what is the things that I need to put.
I think absolute strength regarding to the body weight strength.
Come back again.
Absolute strength generated regardless of the body weight.
Okay, and what about the relative?
So no idea, sir, about the relative strength.
Have you gone
think-
through the content जो हमने release किए थे आपके? Exactly.
Yes, sir.
हाँ, exactly
I
वहाँ
think
पे.
it is a individual strength, relative strength,
Yes.
but I'm little bit confused about the both.
What is the definition you have written over there? वहाँ पे क्या लिखा है? What is absolute strength?
Absolute strength force generated regardless of the body weight
Yes. And relative?
is the ratio between the individual's maximum strength and his body weight.
हाँ.
So we understand, but exactly meaning नहीं मतलब समझ में आ रहा है.
See, absolute in the sense कि जो आपने आपकी body से develop की हुई है, right? And relative, हाँ, go back again.
Okay, sir. Absolute means मतलब body से निकली हुई strength.
Yes. कि किसी चीज को आप strength मतलब किसी चीज के लिए आप काम कर रहे हैं. Suppose if I ask you to lift something, right? So how much percentage of like in the sense effort you are putting और आपकी body से कितना आ रहा है, right?
Yes, sir.
That, yes. And then relative का क्या था?
Is the ratio between an individual's maximum strength and his body weight.
Yes. Individual body strength and
individual maximum strength and his body weight.
yes. So एक है कि आपको 1 RM testing के लिए बोला हुआ है. Suppose कि I'm asking you to perform 1 rep max. ठीक है? तो आप कितने बॉडी से कितना एफर्ट लगा रहे हो, दैट इज योर रिलेटिव स्ट्रेंथ. मैक्सिमम एफर्ट के लिए. ठीक है? एक है नॉर्मल कि सपोज आपको नॉर्मल कोई काम करने को दिया है. सपोज आई आस्क यू टू डू नॉर्मल और किसी चीज को पुल करने को मैंने बोला है, हैवी को. तो जितना एफर्ट आप लगा पा रहे हो, दैट इज योर एब्सोल्यूट स्ट्रेंथ. ठीक है? एंड देन रिलेटिव का ये है कि मैंने आपको बोला है कि निखिल यू हैव टू परफॉर्म ओनली 1 rep ऑफ दिस वेट. ठीक है? इस वेट का आपने उठाना है. तो जो आपकी बॉडी में से स्ट्रेंथ निकलेगी, दैट इज योर रिलेटिव स्ट्रेंथ. ओके?
वन टाइम में सर,
सॉरी,
एक टाइम में.
यस.
एक टाइम में और मैक्सिमम.
यस, एक टाइम में मैक्सिमम एफर्ट के लिए आप कितना उठा पाते हो, कितना स्ट्रेंथ लगा रहे हो.
Sir, so that means, good evening, sir. So that means that just for a given particular amount of strength, you're saying the maximum amount of force the muscle is going to exert,
Yes,
a group of muscles.
correct.
For the given load, you mean to say?
For the given load, yes.
Okay, okay. So And that has to be in just one repetition.
Yes, 1 rep max.
Okay.
Yes, any question apart from that? So in chat box, I haven't found any question now. And it's 4:40 already. So we have another 10 minutes for the discussion. Yep. So we have 21 participants or only 5 questions. I got one question for children, Mansi question. For children, irrespective of the age, will the protocol be same? Okay, so Miss Mansi, like in what extent you are asking? So let's discuss, because that's a good question. Because see, whenever we are doing strength training, so first thing हम क्या करते हैं, एक तो बच्चों के साथ डील करते हैं जो हमारे बेसिक लेवल के बच्चे होते हैं, जिनके साथ हम उनको एक परफॉर्मेंस पे लाते हैं. एंड द सेकंड थिंग वी यूजुअली वर्क विद उनसे थोड़े बड़े एंड देन ग्रेजुअली हायर लेवल एथलीट्स. So that's a very good question. Like for children, irrespective of the age, will the protocol be same? So what protocol are you asking, Miss Mansi? Hello, am I audible, Miss Mansi?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yes. So yeah, please elaborate your question. Are you talking about the resistance training protocol, or like what you mean to say other training to start training with the fresher? Okay, let's interact apart from these questions. I can read out in terms of strength and conditioning itself. Okay, so she's saying for the children, for the strength training itself, to start a training with fresher, like the basic beginners, I would say yes. Protocol, I would say, Miss Mansi, answering to your question, जब आप fresh किड्स से आप डील करते हो जिनको एसएनसी और स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग का कुछ भी नहीं पता है, सो इन दैट कैटेगरी व्हाट यू कैन डू, फर्स्ट ट्राई टू बिल्ड देयर बेस. ऑब्वियसली बीइंग अ कोच, जब आपके पास नए नए एथलीट्स आते हैं जिनको नो डाउट आपने स्किल इंप्रूव करना है, तो आप क्या करते हो, बेसिक लेवल से स्टार्ट करते हो, राइट? यू गिव देम बेसिक इजी स्किल्स एंड देन फॉलोड बाय काइंड ऑफ followed by more this thing complex skills. Okay, तो यस, इनके साथ जब भी आप स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग का भी डील करते हो बच्चों के साथ, तो आपने क्या करना है, बेसिक मूवमेंट पैटर्न उनका डेवलप करना है. ओके, सो व्हाट यू कैन डू, गिव देम बेसिक 6 पैटर्न ऑफ एक्सरसाइज. जैसे लास्ट टाइम भी मैंने बोला था आपको, पुश, पुल, ब्रेस, रोटेशन, हिंज, ठीक है, एंड देन स्क्वाट का भी हो गया. सो हमारी ये जो बेसिक 6 पैटर्न एक्सरसाइजेस हैं वो आप उनको सिखाएंगे, एंड देन ग्रेजुअली यू कैन प्रोग्रेस कि उनका हमने एंड्योरेंस बढ़ाना है, फिर उसके बाद मैंने स्ट्रेंथ के ऊपर काम करना है, देन उसके बाद मैंने मैक्स स्ट्रेंथ के ऊपर काम करना है, देन उसके बाद मैं पावर के ऊपर लेके आऊंगी उनको. सो इट्स अ स्टेप बाय स्टेप अप्रोच. बट व्हेन यू आर डीलिंग विद किड्स, सो मेक श्योर try to work with their base. जितना आप बेसिक एक्सरसाइजेस टीच कर पाओगे, जितना आप उनको उनके मूवमेंट पैटर्न को इम्प्रूव करोगे, उतना यू विल गेट रिजल्ट्स. ओके, प्रोटोकॉल इज गोइंग टू बी सेम, बट मेक श्योर वो हम प्रोटोकॉल फिर बेसिक लेवल का रखेंगे एंड देन फॉलोड बाय इंटरमीडिएट एंड देन फॉलोड बाय एडवांस. तो स्टेप बाय स्टेप ऐसे अप्रोच करेंगे. सो मोर स्टडी, मोर कंफ्यूजन, मोर क्वेश्चंस. मिस अर्चना सोनी, शी इज सेइंग, yeah, that it's good if you are asking a lot of questions. means you have gone through that content. Another question she is putting, Mansi, and their basic step goes for how long and particular tentative time periods. Very good question. I think you should interact, you should discuss these things instead of writing over there. Yes, she's saying कि उनके जो हम basic steps हैं, कितने time तक हम उनके ऊपर काम करेंगे, and any particular tentative time or period. See, for answering to this question, I would say how long we have to work. The first thing है, जब तक आपको लगता है कि उनका जो basic movement pattern है अच्छा हो गया है, so I would say first work on 4 weeks. Okay, so first week you might be teaching, followed by next 3 weeks you might be progressing, उनके ऊपर आप progression कर रहे हो, या फिर आप again you are teaching. So I would say 8 weeks तो at least आप उनको उसी protocol के ऊपर रख के उनका improvement कर सकते हो, ठीक है? उसके बाद क्या है, अगर आपको लगता है कि in this state I can progress more, then you can go with the intermediate type of protocol or workout. जैसे यहाँ पे भी we are dealing with a lot of kids जो हमारे they falls in 12 to 18 years of age or 15 years of age. So what we usually do, we give them program, और उस program को at least हम 4 to 8 weeks or like 12 weeks. कभी-कभी क्या होता है कि मुझे लगता है कि still they are not able to gain that goals जो हमने रखे हैं उनको, तो I used to extend that time उनका. तो आपने देखना है कि whether they have achieved that goal, what you want to do actually or not. अगर लगता है कि हाँ डेवलप हो चुका है, उनका स्क्वाट पैटर्न अच्छा आ चुका है, उनका हिंज पैटर्न डेडलिफ्ट अच्छे से वो कर पा रहे हैं, रोटेशन अच्छे से कर पा रहे हैं, होल्डिंग ब्रेसिंग अच्छे से हो पा रहा है, then you can progress to complex exercises. ठीक है? So time is depending upon you, like how you are observing and when you want to progress. Okay, welcome. So there is another question, which periodization most suitable for the strength and conditioning program? Linear, block, undulating. So this is a question from sports. I don't know who is sports. Can you elaborate your question, like in the sense, like what do you see?
Sir, hello sir.
Yes.
Sir, the most of the periodization, sometimes the linear, maybe the initial will be anatomical adaptation, then hypertrophy, then max strength, then power, then speed. But some strength and conditioning, they advise to follow other type of periodization like angulating, block periodization. So which periodization you have to consider priority, sir?
Yes.
Because somebody telling the linear periodization, when we reach the power zone, that time the strength will be reduced because you already crossed the hypertrophy, the max strength. When they enter into the season, the strength will be reduced. Some coaches telling, that's why.
Yeah. Yes. So see, the thing is, every coach has a different approach. यहाँ पे भी even when I was dealing with athletic coach, so one coach I had a discussion with that. So he was against about periodization. He was saying my approach is different for training my athlete. I don't follow linear periodization. I follow reverse periodization technique. And then he was like, I don't follow like in the sense because I do from my experience. So kya hai, see, the thing is, and one more thing I just want to add, that every sport has a different periodization plan to follow or that we can implement. Abhi kya hai ki most of the cases we usually follow linear periodization approach. Okay, and then once you have done with this whole linear block, then if you want to use another, then we usually follow the block periodization approach. So depending upon like which sport are you working, that is also most important technique thing. Like I'll give you example in a cross country runner or the long distance runners, we don't follow linear periodization approach.
Okay, sir, the linear black periodization, sometimes the black periodization, how do we describe the intensity, sir? Because same time there's a strength also, power also, but in linear we are suitable. Okay, they developed the hypertrophy, so then we go for the strength. So they develop the strength, then we go for the power. But in black periodization, how do we describe the power also in same manner, sir? Power and strength also, sir. There is
See, the thing is, for the block, you can decide your time, like how many weeks you want to work on specific parameters, and then after that you can jump to next. Suppose if you are working with the beginners, and I have started with the strength endurance, okay, and then I did that strength endurance for 4 weeks, okay, or 5 weeks, or you can keep like 6 weeks. So once you're done with that 6 week of strength endurance, then you can progress to strength workout, the next block.
okay.
Okay, so depending upon your goal, like suppose if I have kept it a goal for like 6 weeks for my athlete, and then I haven't achieved any like in the sense the parameters which I have kept it for them, so I might going to extend that block to 8 weeks. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So likewise, so if sometime we usually get results, okay, fine, within 4 weeks I'm getting the good results, I can progress to next block. So try to progress to next block. Likewise, you can work, but when you have to use which periodization approach you have to use, first find out which game are you working.
Okay.
Whether it's a game which require linear periodization or undulating kind of workout.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, so try to analyze first, needs analysis of that game, then you can work which block I need to keep.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So it's 4:51. Last another 5 minutes to go, and then we'll bind up the session.
Good evening, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Sir, I have a query regarding optional arousal.
Sorry.
So, what it means by this term optional arousal?
Can you
Hello?
come back again? You're not audible. Optional.
Sir, yes, sir, optional arousal. I have a query regarding optional arousal.
Option error.
Optional arousal, sir.
Can you write down in a chat box?
Arousal, arousal, sir. Arousal. She's telling arousal.
Yeah, arousal. Can someone write down what she's asking? What is her question? Optional error. Optional arousal. Okay. Where you have read this?
So it was on the session of strength and factors affecting strength. There, Manila sir was mentioning this term optional arousal. I know what is arousal, but optional arousal is very new to me. I don't know what it is.
Psychology का subject है.
It might be factors affecting strength training, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So optional arousal. I have to go on through this question. I'll get back to you because optional arousal. Yes, this might be the factor that affects strength training.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
My next question was on that how it affects the strength of an individual. This optional arousal.
Okay. Months name do beta. I'll next discussion session I'll get back to you. I'm writing it down. I'll get back to you. Yes.
And so one more thing, that how could we measure that in the training session? How could we measure one person's arousal level or arousal state? I mean, हम कैसे समझे कि वो किस arousal level पे है और state पे है, ये हम कैसे समझे training session पे?
Okay. Okay, I have written it here, and then how we have to find out.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Find out. Okay. ठीक है. ठीक है. In next session, we'll discuss on that.
Okay, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you, sir.
So apart from that, last question, 455. Anyone, last question. Yes. So I think we are done with all questions, and then the last question that I was not able to answer, definitely next session में I'll work on that. मैं आपको इसके बारे में बताता हूँ, ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
So,
Thank you, sir.
okay, yes, anytime. Or
Sir,
yes.
sir, when our practical session will be start, sir? बहुत मतलब इंतजार कर रहे हैं अभी.
Even I'm also waiting for that day. Like जब सर ने मुझे बोला था कि yes, they might be coming here for the sessions. तो अभी कितने दिन बचे हैं? मतलब how many days are left for this course?
Sir, around अगस्त में एक कोर्स खत्म हो रहा है.
Sorry?
We have another 3 months.
अगस्त में कोर्स खत्म.
August, okay. So June, July, August. So we have another 2 months. So might be that is for 15 days, है ना? आपका रहेगा practical.
Yes, sir.
ठीक
Yes.
है. Might be end of this month or next. We'll get back to you. Exact date even I'm not sure, because अभी we have left with a lot of topics. अभी भी काफी topics हैं जो हमें cover up करने हैं. So once we are done with those topics, उसके बाद you will come here for the sessions, practical sessions.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes. But exact date I'm not sure, but I'll get back to you in the next session. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Chalo, then I'll bind up the session. It's already 4:57. So thank you so much everyone for wonderful questions. बहुत अच्छे questions पूछे आप सबने. और make sure whenever we are releasing a content, तो आप please go through with that content, और then after that it's और ज़्यादा हमें interaction का वो होगा, questions आएंगे, and then we can answer those questions. Okay. So okay, bye.
Yes, sir.
Have a nice day.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir. It was a wonderful session. Thank you.
Welcome.
Yes, it was a beautiful session.